Howdy, and welcome back to another music collection video. This episode will be going over all the ins and outs for the vinyl packaging for the album Mr. Bungle, self-titled album Mr. Bungle. This is definitely the most strange, odd album that I've gone over on this channel, and I think the way that I found it is like in probably the weirdest spot that I could have found this album. So I like Halloween time. In Halloween time, amusement parks like to decorate and do Halloween stuff. One amusement park here in California is Knott's Berry Farm. During Halloween time, they have their Knott's Scary Farm Halloween event. One of the mazes, the haunted houses for the Knott's Scary Farm event in 2012 or 2013, I believe, was called Uncle Bobo's Big Top of the Bazaar. Clown, carnival type maze, haunted house, you know, scary clowns. And the background music throughout the entirety of the maze is this album, but with no vocals, just the instrumentals from the songs from this album. And I didn't go because I was a little youngin' at that time, but I was watching YouTube videos because I wanted to go, so I was watching YouTube videos, you know, through walkthroughs of the haunted house and the maze, and I was wondering who made the music, who took the time out of their day to make the instrumental for this haunted house. Something about the music interested me. I couldn't pinpoint what it was at the time, but it turned out to be this album. I definitely now know why they took out the lyrics, because a lot of the lyrics, as you can see right there, this is true. This is true for this album. There isn't just like one F-bomb, there isn't just a couple cuss words, you know, here and there. No, this whole album, just the stories that are being told, lyricism, themes, just so much about this album is extremely vulgar, extremely for mature audiences only. Yeah, this is not for everyone. This is not an album for everyone. But I would say staying along the amusement park, theme park themes, you know those warning signs that are at the beginning of roller coasters that are like, if you're pregnant, if you have stomach pain, if you have heart issues, you should not go on this ride. This is, if I could make one of those for this album, the list would be super long with just warnings about, you know, themes and situations that are being discussed and sung about and screamed about by Mike Patton on this album. The warning list would be very long. So I would just like to say, again, I really like this album, and you should give it a listen if you would like to. I think staying on the theme of theme parks, amusement parks, roller coasters, Knott's Berry Farm, if this had a warning video that like fits a roller coaster, applies to this album too. The musical elements, the instrumentals in this album, there's sudden stops and drops and pickups of the tempo and so much going on. Anyways, let's get into the ins and outs of everything in the vinyl package. So on the front is the official album cover for the Mr. Bungle album, self-titled album, Mr. Bungle. The cover features a clown-like figure front and center, and it is based off of a book cover from a book called The Cotton Candy Autopsy. I don't think it was specifically a one-to-one recreation of a character from that book or from the cover, but it is loosely based off that kind of look. So that's what we got on the front. And again, this parental advisory, explicit content warning is true. Just be warned when you're listening to this album. There's a lot going on. On the back is a purple background with the foreground on the top to bottom stating the artist band name. Middle portion here stating producing and writing credits. The two yellow slots on the left and the right bottom sides are stating the songs and which side of the record they're on. And three drawings of clowns in very peculiar situations here. Going on the inside from left to right is the song titles and lyrics for all the songs. And on this right hand portion is band members giving thanks to specific people and credits for those involved in the creation of the album. Going into the first pocket on the left hand side is first a white sleeve with the inside containing a translucent orange press vinyl with a yellow label, with the background being the same clown figure that you see on the cover for the album, with the name of the band at the top, song titles that are on this side of the record with runtimes and credits at the bottom, with the opposite side being the same information in the same format with the other two songs on this record. Going into the pocket on the right hand side is the second vinyl, also being the translucent orange press, with the remaining 3 songs on side 3 and the remaining 2 songs on side 4. So again, if you're going to listen to this album, just a warning, there's a lot of, you know, adult, mature themes and lyricism going on this album. I really like it for the insane, crazy storytelling that's going on. Mike Patton's vocals that are no words to describe how good Mike Patton's vocals are. And this being the first album from Mr. Bungle, like just being that introduction, you know, to the rest of the Mr. Bungle discography is crazy. I think there's like 4 or 5 Mr. Bungle albums total. This one and California are my favorite ones. I'm not really too big of a fan of Disco Voltage, which I think is one of them that's called. And then I don't know, whatever their newest one of 2020 that came out, not that good. It's just like thrash metal. There's no kind of experimental moments. There's nothing on that album like there is on this album in California. It's definitely not something I listen to on a daily or frequent basis at all. This is one of those albums I just like to reminisce on, you know, think about, wow, how great Mike Patton is, but wow, how crazy the band is for coming up with the stories on this album. So if there's another Mr. Bungle album you would like me to go over, let me know in the comments. And if there's a favorite artist album of yours that you want me to go over, also let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.